What's up, everyone? It's Slime Sonic Fan here, and we are here, guys. This is the end of 2018, and holy crap, this year has been the most successful year for my channel. We went from 100 subscribers to 8,000. And yes, before I get any more smart Alex in the comments, I will admit those viewers aren't really that active. They're here for another funny parody I did a while back. However, that still means a lot to me that people was pleased with the content and subscribe just in case something else comes out that they might enjoy. So yes, while they're not exactly active, it's still a really impressive milestone, and I'm very appreciative because it did promote my gaming content. I'm also getting, while not a huge amount, still good enough attention to my gameplay videos, and it really warms my heart that I'm out there entertaining people. No matter if it's one person, if I entertain one person on that one video, my work here is done. As long as one person's entertained, then my goal is reached. So I'd love to thank you guys so much for the support, and this train is not stopping until I am either dead or YouTube is dead. So, or my Wi-Fi is dead, so I hope that doesn't happen. But anyways, let's get into my top 10 playthroughs of 2018. So before I get into the playthroughs, let me just go ahead and say that these aren't games that came out in 2018. These are games that I played, recorded, and uploaded in 2018. So some of these games could be 50 million years old and still make it as long as I played it and recorded it and uploaded it in 2018. Regardless, let's get into it. So coming in at number 10 is Lego Marvel Super Heroes 2. Yeah, so this game, it's a generic Lego game in terms of building, gameplay, level design, whatever. But it is creative in terms of story. So what was awesome about it? Seeing all these Marvel characters put together and into one game and interacting with charming Lego humor. I mean, just think of it as a PG Infinity War. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with this game. It was very charming, the hoverboard was massive, it looked decent, and yeah, it was pretty fun. So now, coming in at number 9 is Star Wars Battlefront 2. I don't care about the controversy that went on with the loot crates and EA scamming business practices and whatever. This game, yeah, I still have fun with it. And yes, the campaign was short and kind of disappointing. However, the pacing was good, the gunplay was decent, the story, while rushed, was pretty interesting, and the game looked good. Oh, and the multiplayer was cool too. Coming in at number 8 is Borderlands 2. This game was freaking awesome. Seriously, what is not to love about this freaking game? The cel-shaded graphics hold up well and provide a unique design to the game's massive world. All the characters in said world are lovable, even the main villain. You know what? Especially the main villain. The looting system is perfect, and this may be a stretch, but this is probably the best first-person shooter that currently exists. So, you may ask, why is this number 8? Because the games ahead are either better unironically or ironically. And sadly, I did have to rush through this game in order for schedule purposes. My friend Fumble did carry me through most of it. That did sort of dwindle the experience on my part. Still, nonetheless, the game was freaking awesome, and I'm still very happy with it. It was great. So, coming in at number 7 is God of War 3. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this game. The graphics look good, the hack and slash gameplay is addicting and makes you feel like a god. The boss fights are fun, and the story, yeah, it's pretty good. The game was a nice refreshing playthrough and was, like everything else on this list, extremely fun, and something that I'm not going to forget in a long time. Coming in at number 6 is Infamous Second Son. Yeah, I really underestimated Sucker Punch on this one. I played the first Infamous game on PlayStation Now, and while I did like it, it didn't really encourage me to play another one. I eventually did, however, and now I'm an Infamous fan. This game had a, while mediocre, still fun story with charming characters and nice humor. The gameplay is a mixed bag. Moving around the hub world is really fun, but the combat is just alright for the most part. And yes, this game looked good. So why is this game above God of War 3? The answer is simple, my friend. Because the game is littered with Sly Cooper Easter eggs. That's an instant win. Coming in at number 5 is Sonic Mania. This is how you do a Sonic game. This game is filled with amazing remixes and some awesome original tracks. The stages all look beautiful and have great momentum. So yeah, I bet you guys are really pleased with Sonic Mania getting in the top 5s, but I don't think you guys will be pleased with my next pick, which might be a little controversial amongst you. So brace yourselves, because coming in at number 4 is Sonic Forces. Yeah, this is not the most loved Sonic game, but I can't help it. I really did have a lot of fun with this game. The story was pretty awesome, which is an unpopular opinion, but I really did enjoy it. The boss fights were fun, and the stages, while pretty easy, were still pretty cool. So yeah, I did like this game even more than Sonic Mania. Coming in at number 3 is Dead Island Riptide. Yeah, I'm surprised too, but this game was surprisingly fun. The gameplay was pretty fun when it comes to the looting and leveling up system. The graphics are obviously decent considering this is a remaster, and the story was so cheesy and goofy, it was a lot of fun to make fun of it. So yeah, the story was ironically bad. Was ironically great. And yeah, it's better than the first Dead Island, and it was, like everything else on this list, a lot of fun. So now, coming in at number 2 is Undertale. Believe me when I say it took everything in me to not put this in number 1. This game was such an enjoyable experience from start to finish. Where did I even start? Let's see. The level design for a pixelated game is pretty decent. The combat is extremely fun while still maintaining their simplistic format, and the story and characters sells it. With the creativity of the world and the fun individual personalities of each character being charming and will most definitely warm your heart. And yeah, this game just gave me such a magical experience I won't be able to find anywhere else. The story was well thought out and well planned, and I really did love this game, and which is why it comes in at number 2. So yeah, now let's get into our honorable mentions. Jak and Daxter. Yeah, I really didn't like this game that much. The graphical presentation is pretty good for its time, but the story is bland. The platforming is a chore, not enough combat for me to even judge that aspect, but the characters were still charming, but still, I'm not really a Jak fan after playing this. Lego Harry Potter Years 1 through 4. Let me start off with the positives. The game looks a little decent. Now it's time for the negatives. The level design is boring, the puzzles are dreadfully easy, the cutscenes are somewhat entertaining, but as a Harry Potter fan, this game does the franchise no justice, though a lot of stuff hasn't done that recently. But yeah, easily the worst game I played of 2018. Resident Evil 4. I like this game. I really wanted to put it at the top 10, but I didn't have as much fun with it as I did everything else on my list. My bad. Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens. It's a good Lego game, but really didn't have enough going for it, except for it being moderately entertaining. God of War. This was a great game, believe me, but Kratos isn't shirtless the entire time, and yeah, that ruins the entire experience, and I hate it. And finally, Batman the Enemy Within and The Walking Dead the final season. These games would have been higher on the list had they been completely released in 2018. However, don't get me wrong, these are still amazing games though. So now, coming in at number 1 is God of War. Yeah, I was obviously kidding about the whole shirtless thing. This game is my definition of a perfect game. An amazing visual treat with a satisfying amount of detail put into the massive mythical world. The combat was extremely fun and the puzzles were fun as well. And the story? Absolutely spectacular. The God of War story with a more mature tone, and no, not that kind of mature, makes for an amazing story of Kratos' hardship with being a good dad and the amount of challenges these two have to face. Yeah, this was a really amazing game and easily wins the #1 spot of this entire list. So yeah, everyone, that was my top 10 playthroughs of 2018. So I'm obviously going to be doing playthroughs in 2019, but again, I cannot thank you guys enough. I've received so much support. This has been an amazing year for my YouTube channel. I hope I can continue grinding it out, entertaining more people and reaching out to more people, growing my audience, trying to entertain you guys the best I can, improving. I'm going to be trying to do all of that, and who knows, maybe I could turn this from just a fun little side hobby, which at this point is kind of not because I do this every single day, to probably a big thing. I don't know. But yeah, I love you guys so much from the bottom of my heart, and yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you haven't, please like and subscribe. I hope you had a good year, and I hope 2019 serves you well. Peace.